there, Gemini. Welcome back. All right, let's get into this. See what is going on in your energy. I'm going to shuffle. If you're new here, if you're a cross watcher, my name is Ninja and I'll be your reader. Just know that this is a all Gemini channel. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. Gemini, first card out is the Six of Coins, which is giving, receiving, right? Getting support, balance. We have the Chariot in reverse, so there is an imbalance here, okay? But we're going to find out more. We have the Ace of Cups coming out in reverse. Three of Sticks in reverse. So I am hearing a very important decision is being avoided for whatever reason. We'll find out. I see somebody coming out of Hermit. Well, not Hermit. Somebody coming out of this energy of needing a different perspective. Like somebody's coming out of that energy of need, not needing something, okay? Not needing something. I don't know. Let's find out more. Tell us more about the Chariot, Spirit. I'm seeing healing being done, okay? Healing and letting go of past hurts. So, Gemini, I am hearing that you have been very generous or you have been giving to charity, okay? That's what I'm hearing. So that I feel like that is for one of you, that's confirmation. I'm seeing you being very compassionate and giving and just feeling very thankful for what you have, okay? And people around you feeling very thankful, thankful for you, okay? Thankful for your gifts, thankful for things that you are doing for them, okay? But there is something kind of going wrong here because we do have the Chariot in reverse. So with the Chariot in reverse energy, it makes me feel like somebody's on the wrong track, somebody's doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. Um Chariot in reverse is like somebody getting on the wrong road and heading in the wrong direction, right? It also represents determination if it was in the upright position. So it's like in the opposite position. So determination in reverse, right? Somebody not. So what I feel for one of you is that you have been giving and being so generous that you have actually caused somebody around you to not really want to do anything, okay? Not really want to get up, not really want to do anything. They're depending on you to just keep giving to them, okay? At least that's what I'm getting from this. Like, they just don't have any motivation to get up and do anything or to change anything because you're supplying everything that they need. And now this person is in a position in their life where, they just don't have it in them to want to go or do something or succeed or something, okay? They just don't want to do it. Now I do feel like this person might have been somebody that is they're in the process of healing. Okay, so something went on in their life. Maybe it could be some kind of heartbreak, but it doesn't have to be, okay? It could be like they're healing of something. It could be health wise. And it's not in the cards, but it's something that I'm feeling. Like it's something that has to do with them healthy, their health, them trying to recover health wise, but it's something that affected them emotionally. So it's making me feel like a stroke or a heart attack because people usually go through this when they have a stroke or a heart attack or they have something like that, something that came out of the blue, something that was caught them off guard, okay? Because I see them as being like disconnected. So when people become disconnected, it's usually like because something shocking happened, something that was out of their control, right? So this person is feeling emotionally disconnected, not just from you, but from everybody. And there is this sense of emptiness coming from this person. And again, No inspiration to move forward. Look, we even have the Ace of Sticks over here, the Three of Sticks in reverse. No inspiration at all. Okay? Not able to be there for you emotionally. I think you have been trying to get this person, whoever this person is to you, you've been trying to get this person up and about, trying to get this person going in the right direction, okay? And you've been met with nothing but coldness, okay? And it's nothing to do with you. There's something going on with this person. Like I said, it has something to do with their health. And I feel like it's their physical health that's affecting their mental health. That's what I feel. Okay. I do see you're hoping that eventually this person will be open, maybe open to a conversation, open to something that you're offering them, right? It could be like something you're offering them. You're trying to offer them some kind of stability. Maybe one of you a commitment. Okay, you're trying to offer something to this person, and each time you go toward this person, it's as though you're trying to get them to be open to this conversation, and it's not happening. Okay, it's not happening because this person more likely does not know what they're going through. And I know you're wondering, like, how can that be possible? You know, well, people can have small strokes, small heart attacks that are not physically extreme, right? Some people have a stroke, they have one stroke and half of their body is, not functional, right? But then you'll see people who have had small strokes. You could tell because a lot of times part of their face will droop a little bit, okay? And that's what they say. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so do your research. But this person has had something happen to them, and it might not be physically, it's not. It might not be something that you could just click to and be like, oh, you had a stroke or you had a heart attack, okay? It's something that's not quickly noticeable with the visible eye, right? Something like that. That's why I'm thinking like something about the half of the face being a little bit on the droopy side. Okay, um, at least that's what's coming to mind. Okay, so that might be significant. But and this person might not even be aware that this is what they're going through. Okay, they might not even be aware that this is something that has happened to them. Which, if it has, and you get this person checked, but you know, I don't know if the doctor would be able to check and see if they've already had it, if it's a past situation, right? Could be something that happened to them while they were asleep and they wouldn't even know it. I know you're thinking, wait a minute, a heart attack, Ninja? How can you not know you're having a heart attack? Well, it depends, it depends on the severity. And yeah, if this person was intoxicated, if they were extremely sleepy, drowsy, this is what's coming out. I'm going to put them out this way so I can see them. If they were like completely out of it, for whatever reason, it could be something that they missed. Or if they were under the influence of something while it happened, again, it could be something that they missed. You see, so I do see a disruption going on in this person's life and they don't know it. Okay. And right now, they are unable to give any kind of emotional, um, well, I want to say support, but it's more than support. They're just not able to give anything emotionally at this time. Okay. So they're struggling. They're struggling with this energy of giving love, receiving love, um, investing emotionally in anybody at this time. I'm telling you, I think because Spirit wants me to tell you so you're not there getting your feelings hurt. Okay? There's something going on with this person's health. It's physical health that's affecting their mental health. Now, Gemini, you might feel like this person is resisting you. You might feel like this person is holding back something from you. Okay? It's not anything that is coming out toxic. It's more of this person not necessarily doing anything behind your back, basically. Okay. So if you have been under the impression like something's wrong, this person's pulling away, this person is, maybe they have a third party or something like that, that is not the case in this situation. And I think Spirit wants you to know that it's not the case. There's nothing toxic going on here. Okay? There's nothing that is being hidden behind the scenes. There's no third parties behind the scenes. Okay? You might be expecting a commitment from this person or more of a commitment. Maybe you have been expecting this person to become closer to you, be more passionate towards you, maybe even pursuing you, okay? If you're a female, right? If you're a male, you might be wanting to pursue this person, wondering why they're being unresponsive, right? Well, they're being unresponsive because they're going through something. They're going through something here. And right now, because this person doesn't understand what's going on with them, they know something's off with themselves, but they just can't pinpoint what it is. This is why this person is or has been avoiding you. And that's what's going on. This person has something going on. They need to go see a doctor. They might need to go get a physical done, maybe get some blood work done, see if there's any blood clots or another blood clot. Usually, if somebody has one, there's usually another one that's coming behind it, right? So, but don't take my word on it. Of course, see a doctor. But if a person has a mini stroke, there's a good chance that there's another blood clot in there that could be worse or bigger, right? So this person definitely needs to get medical attention, okay? They can check their blood, okay? And there's even a procedure now that they can go in there and take the blood clots out before they cause damage. I saw it done on the news when I was living in Washington back in, I want to say 2015. It came out on the news that a man went in there for blood clot and they were able to successfully remove it before it did any damage. So that was 10 years ago. So I'm pretty sure, the the medical science has improved since then. Okay. So there are tests that can be done. But so if you have been experiencing delays in this relationship, that's why. That's what's going on with this person, okay? And it's affecting them emotionally, where this person just doesn't feel right. Something's off with them, and they just don't have that energy to pursue or to feel motivated to get up and do anything, okay? Yeah. Let's go ahead and get deeper into this, see what else is going on here. Because I am looking at the the strength card over here that is being verified by the, what is that? The King of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, let's get deeper. I do feel like you're dealing with somebody who's very hard-headed. Yeah, I feel like you're dealing with somebody very hard-headed here. Okay. So you're going to have to do some pushing here. See, with this strength card energy, right? That's like somebody who has a lot of self-control. Maybe this person normally has a lot of self-control, okay? Maybe this person usually has a lot of courage and, things like that, but they're very stubborn, right? And then we have the Queen of Coins and the High Priestess. So I feel like this is exactly what you're picking up on, okay? Like, this person's personality has completely changed, and I feel like that's even more confirmation. And with that being said, with the strength card coming out, I do feel very strongly that Spirit is saying to use patience when it comes to this person, okay? But also be ready to be very resilient with this person as well, because this person is very hard-headed. They're very stubborn, so they're not going to be quick to listen to you, okay? Um, but it's like this person is enduring this hardship alone, and they don't know how to describe it. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to explain it. Okay? Because I feel like this person is definitely in this energy of struggling, right? And there's also this energy of them feeling um like primal urges. Okay? So I don't understand what that means exactly. Primal urges, like, well, when I think of primal urges, I'm thinking of somebody who becomes instinctive and not necessarily in control of their impulses by using their logic, right? At least that's what I think of it, right? So I'm seeing something about primal urges. So this person might be acting out instinctively without really using their conscious mind to dictate what they do. Okay, so they might be acting very weird, acting unusual, something like that, acting out. Um, might even be, they might even become very domineering, right? Like trying to dominate you because they're trying to like control the situation, and they can't even control themselves. Usually, when people can't control themselves, a lot of times they try to control other people. So this person could very well become domineering, you know, that primal instinct inside of them is coming out, you right? It's usually a masculine energy. So it doesn't matter if this is a female, okay? It's that primal instinct inside of her or him, right? Is coming out. So do be expecting this person to say things that they wouldn't normally say, do things that they wouldn't normally do. They might be extremely honest, like, man, you're just getting fat, and it's like they don't have no filter, okay? Um, they might say things inappropriately in front of people. It's making me think that maybe there might be some damage in the brain, possibly, okay? Um, like the part of our brain that controls our impulses and stuff. And this person might have had little bit of damage, not much, but a little bit, to the point where they don't have a filter at this time. Okay, so they might say things that might end up hurting your feelings or making people uncomfortable. Okay, yeah, this could also end up being like a part of the brain okay, with these coming out, it makes me feel like it's a part of the brain that might be affecting this person's moods, emotions. Okay. I'm getting 40 years old, 60 years old. 40 years old, 60 years old might be important, or even 20 years old might be important. Okay. 20, 40, 60, right? Something like that. And I'm seeing like something about rapid changes here. See, and the thing is the high priestess, it indicates something about the future, right? Something being revealed about the future. So it makes me feel like this person's feelings is going to be revealed to you, okay? Not necessarily bad, okay? Not necessarily bad. But it's not going to be exactly like you want it to be, but with the Queen of Pentacles coming out, the Knight of Wands and the Knight, yes, this person does want to pursue you if this is a male, okay? Or they want you to pursue them if you're a female. There is this level of commitment here. So eventually, just give it time, okay? And this person's feelings and moods should start settling down, and you're going to start seeing the old person back again, and you're going to start seeing how this person truly feels about you, okay? Which I don't see anything really bad here. Actually, it's all good. Okay, the only thing I'm worried about is this card. But doesn't necessarily have to be bad. I mean, because if you look down here, we have the Ace of Blades coming out in the upright position. Okay, so it makes me feel like you're gonna find out more than you're expecting. You might find out some things that might be a little shocking about this person, things that they might have held back from you. But after this period ends, well, I don't think it's ever going to end, but it's going to settle down. I do see here things working out between the two of you, okay? I'm also seeing somebody who's very either motherly or very fatherly, okay? Somebody who, when they get in a relationship, if it's a female, maybe she likes to take care of you, or whichever. They like to nurture, right? I feel like that's coming out because that's confirmation for one of you that this is the person we're talking about. So it's either you or them, okay? But one of you is a very nurturing, giving type of person. I do feel like it's you, Gemini, because you are coming out in this reading as the Six of Coins. So the Six of Coins is somebody who's very giving, very generous, somebody who likes to share a lot. Not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be material things. It could just be that you enjoy sharing experiences, sharing ideas, sharing your life with somebody, okay? So because you're coming out as that kind of person, it makes me feel like it's you. You're the motherly type or you're the fatherly type. You're very nurturing, very dependable, very grounded. And what I'm hearing is you're exactly who this person needs you to be at this time, right? You have it in you to take care of this person and be there for them. And I do feel very strongly that this is something that this person is going to really appreciate down the road once they understand what it is that they're going through. Okay. All right, Gemini, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this reading. If you've been with me for a long time, you'll know that I generally don't do love readings. but and I kind of feel like for one of you, this is definitely a love reading. I usually do the like what's hiding behind the scenes kind of readings, but this is what came out, and apparently it's very important. So I'm gonna go ahead and post it, okay? And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post it because I think it's important for you to know about this. But yeah, it's not my normal kind of reading that I usually do. I usually look for the bad guys that are around us, that kind of thing. But this is what came out. So, keep being yourself, Spirit is saying, just keep being your loving, caring, generous self, and down the road, this person is going to end up, I want to say, surprising you. And I do feel like this person is going to appreciate you, definitely, okay? Also, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do see this person having some kind of problems financially, and it's more likely due to what happened to them. And not only that, but I'm also seeing maybe possibly some problems in the family, okay? Your family, their family, not sure, okay? But definitely in the family. Anyways, Gemini, thank you for being here. Catch me in the next one. Hopefully, the next one will be more of a what I normally do, the spooky kind, like who's hiding and what their intentions are, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and post this. Y'all take care, guys. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment because it does help. Y'all take care. Bye bye.